It's a cold morning, I must say, but thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to Good Morning Uganda Extra. Now, this is an extension of Good Morning Uganda. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyitono, and this morning I'm going to be discussing yet another exciting topic, which is about global health and gift of sight and humanity first. So I want to look at the impact of global health and gift of sight and humanity first. What is humanity first? What is a gift of sight? What is global health? All these are what we are going to be discussing, I and my guests. I have Abdul Chiwanuka, who happens to be a medical lab technologist with Humanity First, but also he's the director of Gift of Sight. Good morning and most welcome.
Good morning too. Thanks again for having us here.
And then just next to me, I have Mukwanga Abdul Hakim, who happens to be a medical lab technologist, and he's the deputy director, that is Global Health and Humanity First. You're most welcome.
Thank you so much, and good morning, Uganda.
Well, just to create a good picture of who you are, for my viewers to understand best, when we talk about Humanity First, Chiwanuka, what is this? What are your objectives? What are your aims? Are you a government organization, a faith-based? Whatever you are, let my viewers know.
I thank you very much. It's always a privilege to be here and talk to our dear Ugandans out there. And on our strong station here, we appreciate so much for having us here a number of times. Last time we talked about us having like whenever we come, it looks, we bring out something new every time we are talking about this, because Humanity First, like I said, the very roots were in 1992, and then the child organization was established in 1995. But I would like to give a humble origin, a gist of what is the very root of Humanity First. The founder of the child organization is called Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad, was the supreme head of the Ahmadi Muslim community at that time. So during the Balkan crisis, this war was waging between 1994 to 1995, and you know, whenever there is a war in any crisis in any country, like what we are seeing in Sudan right now, a lot of people are being displaced, many lives are being lost, many people cannot access health care. So a few of those refugees that managed to run away from the crisis went to UK and met His Holiness. So they were talking to him, and His Holiness was talking to him, and they tell him about the problems and all that. So he realized that some of them were having, they were getting cold. So His Holiness withhold, just imagine the Pope himself raising up and going to his closet to get these, his jackets to give these people. And he did it not once. He went and brought like 2, 3, 4, gave the first people. He realized others were still cold. He rose himself, yet he had all the chances to tell someone, go and get, or you can procure and all that, because he had all the resources at his forefront. But his instinct was, what does he have as a human being? And he was able to cover these people. And it is narrated that His Holiness remained with only one jacket, because it was winter by then in the UK. He remained with only one jacket, the one he was putting on, and he wore it for almost 2 months before he could procure another one. So this is the very foundation of Humanity First. So this is the origin, and in 1995, he started up this child organization to run and rescue and take some much needed help to those less privileged ones, the misfortunate ones of the war. And after that, Humanity First took on other kind of developments to cover other, because the variety of people who are under these kind of problems. So Humanity First is a charitable trust established mainly to promote and safeguard human life with dignity. We are non-political, we are non-religious, and the only requirement, like I've always said, is evidence of necessity. There you qualify to get the aid of Humanity First. And our mission is to ensure that we serve those disaster-struck and socially disadvantaged individuals in our society, to see that they can as well have a fighting chance in this life. They can as well have a better way to look towards life and be able to make it through. So Humanity First really looks at being impartial, looks at having the very most important characteristic of Humanity First I wouldn't want to put away is the empowerment of these societies. Like just the very example I've given you. So whenever we hear that we are having, like today, this morning, we've had a lot of houses that have fallen because of the rain. And it doesn't need to hold the government or the police to come. You realize your neighbor has lost his belongings, has lost his food. You have a plate or two. You have a cloth at home.
So it's basically about extending a hand to the needy. That's it is all about humanity. Yes. But it's only humanity. If you have more and others, people don't have to give out that willing. Now this brings me to Akim. While Chuanka was explaining, he talked about the origin of Humanity First. That means that it is an international organization, I must say. Let's talk about Humanity First Uganda. What do you do? How have these programs been able to impact society?
Thank you so much, and thank you, our dear viewers, for giving us this time to be on UBC TV. And I'll start right away with what he was trying to explain, and that is helping out those who have been disaster struck. So the first program of Humanity First, or the first activity that we do, is what we call disaster relief. It's a program under Humanity First Uganda, where we extend our help to those who have had different uncertainties, mainly natural calamities. Like you see, you can find an area that has been struck by floods or earthquakes. What is happening in Turkey and Syria. We extend a hand to such people who have been struck by natural calamities in what we call disaster relief, a program of Humanity First Uganda. Another program is called community care. Now, under community care, we take care of any deserving person in the community, and we extend our hand. Some of those people can be, let's say, we had a distribution of mama kits to the less privileged mothers who couldn't afford the required requirements for childbirth. So we supplied these mama kits to them, and we can help them also to have the same privileges as those who can afford them. We have another program called orphan care. Now, in orphan care, as you hear the term, we send out our help to those orphans of society, those who have lost a father, those who have lost a father or a mother, and they are really in need of this kind of help. We give them a fighting chance also in life, so that they can make it as any other person can be in life. You know, in Humanity First, we believe that basic needs are a must for all.
Indeed, it's true.
Yeah, a basic need of clothing, basic need of education, water, food, shelter, all those are a must for every individual. So those people who are less privileged, who are orphaned, and they cannot afford such, we extend our arm of mercy to them so that they can have a fighting chance. We have also a program called food security. Now, in food security, we supply food items to individuals, but also we have a sustainability program whereby we give out seeds, let's say, to communities, so that when they grow, we take off a given amount so that we can give them more chance of, number one, replacing whatever amount we've given them, and also providing more to the other less privileged ones, so thereby sustaining the whole community in doing so. We have what we call Knowledge for Life. Under Knowledge for Life, we supply scholastic materials to given institutes, to given primary schools, or tertiary institutions. We have Water for Life. In Water for Life, we have we build or we construct boreholes or spring wells in areas that, you know, sometimes in Uganda you can find an area where people have to move miles to get fresh water. So we come and we provide these boreholes near to the people, to the communities, so that they can access clean water in their vicinity. And then we have what is the topic of our discussion today, global health, and this is also under Humanity First. It looks at providing health benefits to communities, and also gift of sight, where we look at restoring sight to those who have lost it. Exactly. So these are the programs of Humanity First. They are 8 in number, and we try as much as possible as Humanity First, with the volunteers that we have, to extend all these programs to our community in Uganda.
Well, very much touched with that is global health and gift of sight. Well, in your introductory remarks, Chiwanuka, I heard you, and I'm aware that you're the director, gift of sight, under Humanity First Uganda. Now, tell us about this. First, it sounds very sweet. Gift of sight, restoring sight. How is this program run? How is it managed? More so when I know that these are things where you have volunteers and then people willing to help out, maybe by giving, but it's not basically that people are working to get money.
Like I said, Humanity First basically focuses so much on the spirit of volunteerism. There is an aspect of how I think we should view charity. Charity is not basically how much you get from your pocket and you put on someone's table, or you take a child to school. Charity extends far beyond that. An example is that the government will pay all teachers basically to go to a school and teach. A teacher is paid basically to come, teach, and go. There are those privileged young ones who just need the title of the topic, and from nowhere they will get 90%. But there are those less privileged ones who will need an extra mile, and there is no teacher who is paid to go an extra mile. So this is charity. When a teacher is able to realize that one student needs only to be worked, to talk about, question them, ask them out, try them and see if they can express themselves out, and they'll be able to compete. It's the same when it comes to us in the medical field. We are medical about people, and our results mean a lot when it comes to saving lives. And if I tell you, most of the laboratory tests don't go beyond an hour, but people can take even 24 hours. So it is charity for me at the bench to receive that sample and treat it as urgent as I can think. And this is charity. So I really think most of us out there are ready to give charity. So what Gift of Sight does is basically to reach out to those medical personnel who offer in their time. Like I said, every year we give out like 1 month, and then we say I'll be free this time, and then we align. And then we are able to organize, come out like we've come out today to look for those funds to support the cause, because you need consumables, you need what you're going to use and the different facilitations to be able. But the manpower, completely almost 90% of the expenses would go for manpower. So if you are able to hit manpower at 0%, at zero cost, then you're able to serve as many people as you can. An example, like I really tell people that with only 10,000 shillings, I'm able to screen a patient in my camp and give them medication and Sometimes we even do on-site extraction for kids who come with foreign bodies logged within their eyes at only 10,000. And if you are to go to have any eye screening at any hospital, everyone here knows how it can be costly and tiresome. And then with only 250 Uganda shillings, I'm able to do a cataract surgery. And this can cost you between 1.5 to 5 millions in Uganda. So now just imagine that young one in Budadili, that poor woman in Nakapilipiliti down in the village who doesn't know even that we have a regional hospital. How will they even think that I need a simple cataract surgery which can take about 15 minutes to get someone ready? So Gift of Sight, really, this is how we work, the entire Humanity First. We have volunteers on board, and then we reach out to the entire community, and people reach out, provide these funds, and then we are able to go and help these young ones. So basically we do the screenings and we look out the different eye problems, we treat bacterial infections, allergies, and the most important thing is the health education. Because some people might not know how they need to clean their eyes, how they need to keep them, which signs might need them as a must to go to a health facility. So when we offer that service, then we are able to rule out cataract surgeries, glaucoma, and then we work on them. And then the only ones we don't do are those ones which involve neurons. Those surgeries usually we have to refer them to facilities that can handle them. These less ones like cataracts and the other, actually you find that majority of them, almost 60 to 70% of all the surgery cases are cataracts.
Well, very interesting there how Gift of Sight works. Have you ever imagined waking up and you can't see? Or you have sight problems? And all your prayers are, how I wish I could restore my sight. Now, Gift of Sight, through Humanity First Uganda, and well-wishers, those who volunteer to give their time, their expertise, but even those that contribute and touch their pockets and say, you know what, let this money, as small as it is of great meaning to somebody, let me give towards this noble cause, and you restore someone's sight. How good that can mean. Now, also, I have the Deputy Director, Global Health. Now, what is Global Health all about now? We know what Gift of Sight does. What do you do, and how do you carry out your work?
Thank you so much again. And just as the Director, Gift of Sight, has said, when we carry out these activities, he has told you an eye surgery in Uganda can take you 3 to 5 millions. And with Gift of Sight, you said it can take
250. You maximum is
250,000. So that is bringing the tide so low to the extent that even the very less privileged can get such activities. And guess what? Even that 250, with Humanity First, someone doesn't need to pay the 250. It is upon Humanity First to pay that 250 for the less privileged to get the service at a free cost. And the best service, that is, because we get the best volunteers that the world has to offer. With Global Health, we offer, I will start with, we offer what we call medical camps. That is the biggest stage that we have as Global Health. Now, in medical camps, we've already had quite a number of medical camps in the different regions of Uganda. We've had medical camps in Mbale, we've had medical camps in Nachivali refugee settlement, we've had medical camps in Abongomola, that is in Kwanya district. And under these, what we normally carry out, we normally do dental services, where we have extractions, we have refillings, we have quite a number of activities. And then we have lab services, where we normally carry out tests for different people, and these tests can range from liver function, can range from diabetes screening, can range into HIV or STD screenings, and all these are carried out by expert volunteers who are, as myself, I'm a medical laboratory technologist, and I'm normally involved in the laboratory work. We have doctors, we have medical officers, we have specialists. We have, in our last camp, we had a rheumatologist, we had a medical officer, we had dental surgeons, and all these come together under the banner of Humanity First to deliver these activities. We have medical consultations, and perhaps, Mr. Host, all these are carried out by volunteers. They give in their time and their resources. They don't only give in their time, but also resources. We come up as volunteers to donate to Humanity First, so that these activities are carried out to the less privileged people of these different communities. And still in the medical camps, we do sonography, that is scans, and also x-rays, where we try to see the different dislocations of maybe the bones or whatever. And under Global Health still, we do what we call preventive health education, where we give our clients what is required for them to have good health, because we believe the greatest wealth is health. That is our slogan in Global Health. So whenever someone is healthy, they'll have the greatest wealth, as we believe. So we give them this preventive health education so that we can help them to prevent sicknesses before even they arrive to them. We give them preventive health education in dental. We give them health education in rheumatology, in cardiology, in all the aspects of medicine. Then we carry out what we call CMEs. These are continuous medical education. We normally organize meetings with health facilities, the staff of the health facilities, and we provide this education, the continuous medical education, to the staff, so that they can better be equipped with the better ways of handling patients in the different specialties, be it gynecology, be it sonography, be it just the general medical services. Then we also have development and sustainability of good health services. Now in this, it is a new aspect of of Global Health, where we look at a facility and we try to provide those things that can help out to either fasten or improve on the quality of the services provided. Case in hand can be, for example, in our upcoming medical camp, we want to see if it is possible to introduce a platform of clerking in a hospital, in a particular hospital in Mbale region, whereby when a patient comes in, they can be clocked into the system. We normally call them Hospital Information System, HIS. And when they are clocked in, they have a swift service throughout the hospital. So this is also a service of Global Health under Humanity First, to improve on the services that are offered in a particular facility. Yes. So these are some of the services that we offer as Humanity First under Global Health.
Okay. Yes. Well, allow me go for a short break. When I return, I'm still with Humanity First, and we are looking at global health and the gift of sight. Well, the biggest issue here is a call upon you to join the cause voluntarily. You can say, well, I'm an expert, I want to join the team. Well, you can say, I have what I can offer. I can offer clothes, I can offer, because you've talked about the 8 pillars that they operate in. You can look at how best, more so to tell you there's a camp coming. So how are you helping, giving a hand to those that need? Because you never know. One day you may be needy. So better sow a seed this time, so that in case of eventuality and you're there, you've laid the spirit of willingness to give. I return shortly.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
It's the encounters with our majestic gorillas, the thrill of taking on the falls of the Nile River, the joy of discovering new traditions, and a lot more. Join us at the 2023 Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo from the 26th to the 29th of April at the Commonwealth Resort, Munyonyo. Rediscover our country's uniqueness and see what the tourism sector has in store for you. Visit www.poate.co.ug to secure your spot and get set to learn, network, and explore. The Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo is brought to you by the Uganda Tourism Board in partnership with Competitiveness and Enterprise Development Projects. Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
Labor Day, or International Workers' Day, is an annual holiday that takes place on 1st May to celebrate the achievements of workers. Uganda will join the rest of the world to celebrate under the theme Promoting Positive Work Culture and Ethics, a prerequisite for increased investment, employment opportunities, and household incomes. Regardless of how you choose to celebrate, make sure you give yourself a pat on the back for all your success. Join us for the live celebrations on Monday, 1st May 2023 at Namutumba District Headquarters.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello?
Hello?
This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Hey, Kasozi, my brother. Long time. We last met when we were at campus. It's been a while, but you are the person I'm looking for.
Campus? Really?
Hey, you don't remember me?
Okay, so how can I help you?
I'm stuck in Gulu making millions and I need to urgently send money to my sick mother. But I can't find any mobile money agent near me. I've sent the money to your phone, as you can see the message. It might take a few minutes to come through, but I urgently need you to send the money to my mother. Let me send you her number and you send it to her chap.
My friend, I'm afraid your mom is going to die.
What?
Because I don't know you, I never went to campus, and I'm also in Gulu. So can we meet at CPS? We talk about it.
Stay tuned for what Kasozi does next.
Tofera. Refrain from unnecessary engagements with strangers over the phone. This message is powered by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back and thank you so much for being with us. It is Good Morning Uganda Extra on UBC TV. Now, this is a daily program, Monday to Friday, and it is an extension of Good Morning Uganda. I'll not forget to remind you that we begin our broadcast at exactly 6:30. Make it a date every weekday. It's so interesting as we wake you up, as we spice up your morning, of course, with the relevant topics, issues, both local and global. The Fantastic Four are there to ensure that they do that for you. Now, still, we continue with issues of national concern and, of course, pertinent issues. Today we are discussing health, and we are talking about global health and gift of sight under Humanity First, which is a non-governmental organization focusing on charity to help the needy. What qualifies you is, are you needy? And these depend on your willingness to volunteer, your willingness to give, your willingness to let some of what you have go help the other. Like you talked about the founder who didn't give money per se, but he knew it was winter and people were freezing. What they needed most then was something to keep them warm. It may not have been food or money, but something to keep them warm because they were freezing and it was so. Sometimes what you need to give is what you have even in plenty, but you choose not to give. Well, we are calling upon you to be able to give. That is Abdul Chiwanuka, who is actually the director of Gift of Sight under Humanity First, and also Mukwanga Abdul Hakim, who is the Deputy Director, Global Health under Humanity First. Now, I'll go back to Chiwanuka. When we still talk about gift of sight, how has it been able to transform these communities? Because people need to know that when we give, when we do this, this is the impact of what we give in for.
Thank you very much. Like I said, I personally, the very character that I enjoy and like most about Humanity First is the empowerment bit of it. Gift of sight looks mainly at if tomorrow we are not having the Humanity First coming out there, what will happen to those communities? So right now, we've
sustainability.
The sustainability, because the very first thing is the shortage of professional manpower, and right now, gift of sight on addition to taking there these free medical camps, we've as well started the opening up to sponsor the very local communities to go and specialize in eye care. They come out as optical people. Right now we've already taken up 3 people. One will be going to study ophthalmology. Then we have ophthalmic clinical officers, about 12 of them. So if we can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, by the time we make 5 to 10 years, at least those communities will be having someone to organize the very service without even contacting Gift of Sight or Humanity First. And another thing is, like I've said, of the few camps right now, if it would be able, the producer would be able to show some of the camps we've had, we've come to a point that sometimes I even feel I feel shy. I don't want to be around when these patients are being, because we do the surgeries today and the following day they remove off the plasters and these people are able to see. We've had 2 cases of people who have been blind for more than 5 years, and these people are blind, 2 eyes are blind. Some of them, last time I told you of a mother who was the daughter had given birth to a to the grandchild, and the mother had been taking, the grandmother had been taking of this grandchild without even knowing how they look like. And just imagine what the kind of joy, the kind of transformation that this grandmother felt. I told you, these camps, they are not only for the less privileged one. We've worked on civil servants, teachers, who cannot afford 1 million or 5 million to work on their eyes. And the very thing is, ignorance is a very, very dangerous disease if we are to suffer from it. Because sometimes you will not know, we have very many people out there, they would keep on complaining, I'm no longer seeing, I'm no longer seeing. And no one will even walk to the hospital, you know. And when you go out and tell this civil servant that tomorrow you're able to go and teach again, and you know, Uganda, we are full of extended families. 5, 10, 11, even 20 more than children are surviving on that mother. They are surviving on that farmer. When they are blind, they cannot work. So when we are having, right now we've worked on about 1,200 patients with more than 300 surgeries. So this means you're having more than 300 eyes seeing. And these eyes are civil servants, they are policemen who are back on duty, and they are able to prevent, if we are having any kind of road accidents and you need a traffic officer there who is able to see. So we are having a society empowered. We are having a strong society that can push the development of this country further. So this is how Gift of Sight is working in collaboration. That when we go out there, actually, for some of the people who have attended our camps, it's very hard to even realize that you are having someone coming from Kampala or someone coming from another area, because you're going to find that the very nurses, the very doctors of those local areas are the very ones that are working on their patients, are the very ones that are keeping the contacts. They're the very ones, and many times you'll hear them say that we've been telling you about this, because whenever we hear that someone is coming from another area, there is that excitement and everyone will turn up. Yet the very words that the doctor has been telling them or calling them to come and pay attention to, they have not been paying attention to. So what we do, we empower this community. That tomorrow when we are not there and these 300 eyes are open, you know, this is a miracle in that village. This is a miracle in that society. And very many people will now start paying attention. And whenever we go out and we see that Abdu has been blind for the last 5 days and he has been worked on from Paris General Hospital, you know, people are going to have that kind of faith that, yes, it works. And they will be able to go and work on and pay attention to these health services.
Well, very good news there through Humanity First, and that is the gift of sight. Now, Hakim, when we talk about these camps, how often are they done? And of course, you talked about regional. What do we have this time around?
Thank you so much. How often do we carry out these medical camps? This mainly depends on the resources that we have. And if we have enough resources, we can carry out as many medical camps as possible, because there are very many underprivileged people that are in our communities. Or, like he has said, everyone is underprivileged in a particular situation. Right now, I may not be underprivileged in orphan care, but I may be underprivileged in gift of sight. I may not be seeing, so I'm underprivileged. And according to the resources that we have, we can carry out a number of medical camps. And also, for now, we are only carrying out a maximum of 2 medical camps in a year. That is twice biannual in a year. And it depends on which area is, or we've identified a necessity and we need to put a medical camp. And also it depends on the activities that we are going to carry out. You've just asked me where probably our medical camp is going to be. And our next medical camp is scheduled for May. That is next month. And we are scheduled to have it in Bale. And under this medical camp, we shall have a number of activities, and all these activities have been, premeditated on the necessities that we've seen in the community and what people mainly need at that particular time in the community, according to our previous medical camps, what we saw and what probably now we need to bring on board. And of course we liaise with the authorities and we see how we can carry out these medical camps. Exactly.
Now Chiwanuka, do you have partners? Who do you work with? You know, this is a very uphill task, I must say, because the demand is so high. I've been able to look at some clips of these medical camps. You look at the high turn up, you look at resources required, and one thing you're like, how do these people do it?
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, when you walk alone, you will be able to walk smart and whatsoever, but when you walk in a group, you reach very far. You know, one thing I would love to admit that if it was for Humanity First alone, actually it can, because it's the value of Humanity First is collaborative. You know, Humanity First, the main target is we need a charitable trust that is collaborative, that we have to work with others. So really, this is one of our identifying characteristics. So right now, when we talk of how we carry out our camps, basically for Gift of Sight, like he has said, we collaborate in every project. We have a number of collaborators. In Gift of Sight, I would love to put first our biggest collaborators. It has been the Ministry of Health. And right now we have there is the NURE, the government program government program, that is National Intervention on Uncorrected Refractive Errors. This is the newest of our collaborators, and this I would love to put this forward, that we have people that are blind. We have people with lenses. They have already gotten lenses, but they cannot manage to get 500, 700, 1 million to have these their lenses replaced. You know, the people who need to put on glasses all the time. And the government of Uganda has put up this initiative in the Entebbe General Hospital. And this is where, because this time around we are taking, like I said, we are going to screen, we are going to do surgeries, and we are going to give out glasses. And these glasses are coming from this intervention by the Ministry of Health. And anyone, if does not be able to come to our camp, can just go to Entebbe General Hospital. And at only 50,000, you can have your glasses replaced. You know, and this, to me, when I got to know about this, I couldn't believe it, because I thought glasses are way high, and I thought, how shall we be?
Go to the general market, they're really high.
Yes,
because frames will range from 130.
You know,
upwards.
Only frames.
A frame, then
and you're not looking at the lenses. But at only 50,000, and that 50,000 is for sustainability of that project. Not for procuring the frames, not for procuring the glasses, for sustainability. And this is what the Ministry of Health is offering. You know, and we have our biggest partners is the Mbale Regional Referral Hospital and the eye department under the leadership of Dr. Arach Proskovia. And she has been with us for all these camps. You know, and we have a number of other partners. We have Eye Health Africa, Child Health, with Eye Health of Africa, and with other partners as well. We, like I said, we need to be educated before we can go and educate. And with these different eye organizations, charity organizations, we have a number of trainings, and online and physical, and we'll be able to know how are we going to address, and then share ideas of which kind of diseases, obstacles, and challenges in the high health field that the community is facing, and how best can we tackle them. So partnership is way through. With Humanity First, it is our jugular vein. It's what supports our life. Because without volunteers, like I said, volunteers, we have, Global Health has volunteers coming from UK. And these people are buying their own tickets to transport themselves here and to take themselves back. We have volunteers who transport themselves, take care of their welfare, and again, contribute to this very project. And they say, we are going, and this is my contribution, that I'm going to have 100 eyes, I'm going to cover this kind of drugs. This is one of the very key factor of Humanity First.
Now this brings me to, in the interest of time, this brings me to Hakim. Now Hakim, we know he's talked about partners, but since you're a non-profit organization, then who are your sponsors? Because it's different, someone partnering with you and someone sponsoring some of these activities.
Thank you so much. He has talked about a range of our partners, and still the range of our partners still sponsor us also. Some of those partners sponsor us. So in Global Health, our sponsors, as we talked about last time, everyone is a potential donor to Humanity First, and every penny counts. As you see it on our screen, you can pass through all those particular platforms to donate to Humanity First. It's a cry out to the general community to donate to Humanity First, but some of those we have the UK. We have quite a number of donors from UK, and some of those are the doctors that are coming in during our next camp scheduled in May in Bale. They've taken it upon themselves to collect funds all out in the Europe. Here we have also, under Gift of Sight, there is a sponsor. That is Saba Healthcare.
Yes.
Yes, Saba Healthcare. Saba Healthcare has put funds in Humanity First to carry out its activities, and I think we shall exhibit that during your next Gift of Sight camp in Mbale Regional Referral Hospital. yourself, you can be a donor to Humanity First.
Yeah, we are here looking for him.
Exactly.
Only 250 and he's covering an eye.
Exactly. You can be a donor to help us rectify a cataract surgery to a less privileged one in Budadiri, in Mbale, at just 250,000. And under global health, I'll only need something like 50,000 to probably work on the spine of someone, to probably diagnose a rheumatology condition that has been with someone for so long. Because in our next camp, we shall have a rheumatologist that is a specialist on rheumatology. We shall have a cardiologist that is a specialist on the heart issues. So all these people have been identified as needy in Mbale, and there are quite a number of them. We shall have a wide span of dental activities, that is from extractions to fillings to dental education, and all these are given by specialists. That is a dental surgeon. We're having a dental surgeon coming in from the UK, and we are having our own dental surgeon who will be around. We have a whole team of around 11 dentists, and all these are going to carry out free dental services during our medical camp in May. So I still cry out to the whole community out there to come up. We have, of course, quite a number of what we call the heavyweights in the government, in the civil sector, in the business sector, who come up and donate to Humanity First under the different programs. Disaster relief, you've seen the former Vice President of Uganda, how he speaks greatly about disaster relief. We have Honorable Muruli Mukasa. He is a very good supporter of Humanity First and its different programs, and he normally comes to our organizations and gives a helping hand to Humanity First. So we have quite a number of people who come up to donate to Humanity First, and I call upon everyone in the community, you inclusive, to come and donate to Humanity First. And as you've seen, those are the different, you can donate to the account, that is the DFCU account. You can donate through mobile money, that is Airtel and MTN mobile money. And also you can visit us at our headquarters, that is at Wandegea, to give your donation to Humanity First.
Well, time is not so much with us. We have to give room for yet other people. But I'll just give a minute to each of you, beginning with Chiwanuka, your final remark.
My final remark is, good morning, Uganda, as always. Wherever you are out there, like we've discussed today, that today you might not think that you are in need of something, but you are always in need. An example I can give, you might be walking out of your home in your white coat, and then it is charity for the driver that is coming by you not to hit that pothole, to get you dirty, and that is charity. So whatever you are, whatever you have, be it money, be it consumables, be it cloth, all that, what defines a human being is that love to serve a fellow human being. Thank you very much.
Well, Hakim, your final remark.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much, dear Uganda, for giving us this opportunity to pass on this communication to you. And I urgently invite you to donate to Humanity First Uganda. It is a charitable organization, and we are trying to restore what anyone would want to restore. It's like being a mother to your kid. So our nation is ours to bring up. Yes. We are the leaders of tomorrow, and I think tomorrow starts today. So let's rise up and we help out all those who are in need.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen, and of course Humanity First for coming up with platforms where we can help the needy. Do it now, because I believe everybody watching us, you're a potential sponsor, a potential donor towards making the world a better place for all of us. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
It's the encounters with our majestic gorillas. The thrill of taking on the falls of the Nile.